What you get from me will not be information. The word guru means this, that gu means darkness, ru means dispeller. One who dispels your darkness is guru. So you can say, you can call guru a Sadhguru, a torchlight if you want. Now where do you want to flash it? You tell me, that's your questions, we'll decide where we want to flash the torchlight.
Wow. Do you flash the torchlight when it's not asked ever, or is it only if it's invited?
When it's not asked, I have a big light bulb. Everything is lit, but people cannot see. They need focused light on something because they've made their minds like a keyhole, which is the tragedy of human existence.
The human experience is so fascinating to me. I watch and listen and try and understand it. But what's the point of it? I know that's kind of a really broad question, but what is the point of existence?
It's not broad, it's a very narrow question.
Okay, good.
What you're asking is, what's the point of life?
Yeah.
Such a question comes because in some way it's become burdensome. If you were ecstatic, you wouldn't ask that question, isn't it? In a moment of great joy, you don't ask that question.
Right.
You ask that question because somewhere your feet are dragging, because you don't have the throttle under your right foot anymore.
Oh, good one, really good one.
So driving…
get back in the car, okay.
Driving at the speed limit, you feeling, what is the point of life?
Exactly. You understand me so well.
But speed limits are there on the regular street. When I first came to United States, nearly 22 years ago, because I'm always used to putting the throttle to the floorboard wherever I am. If the motorcycle, it's full on touching the springs and sometimes cutting off the springs because it was never enough for me. It was a strange thing when I was riding way back. About 5 times I cut off that brass, one pin will be there inside the carburetors of a two-stroke engine. At that time we were riding two-stroke engines. First time it happened, I just couldn't figure out what happened because if I start the motorcycle, it starts, if I try to throttle up, it goes off. I took it to somebody who was kind of an expert. He looked at it and he couldn't figure it out. Not knowing, we thought the dynamo is gone, so the dynamo could be charged those days only in the manufacturing unit. So we took it there, one whole day I sat there and got it charged and brought it back, still the same thing. Then I realized it is something unheard of. The brass pin which is in the thing, when you throttle up, it comes up and there's a butterfly around it, that's how it was made. So that has gotten cut because I'm holding the throttle full on like this. And after that it happened 5 times, then I knew every time it happened, I always started carrying one extra pin with me.
Oh, you are my guru.
So when in some way you don't live your life joyfully enough, intensely enough, you wonder, what is the point of my existence? Because human intelligence is made this way, if it doesn't figure out all aspects of life, it will feel incomplete. If you had the brains of an earthworm or a grasshopper, you would be fine eating, sleeping, reproducing and dying one day. But once you have come with this level of intelligence and awareness, you have to look deeper into your life because your life is not fixed like their life. Nature has drawn 2 lines for all of them, they just have to live within that and go. For you, there are no lines. This freedom is what everybody is suffering. So some people try to go beyond lines by sitting in a race car, some people do it by doing crime, some people do it by doing adventure. Yes, you see?
Crime?
Yes, that is in a way to break lines. You need to understand because I've worked with, like we have a program called Enough Freedom for Imprisoned, which is mandatory in all southern Indian prisons now. And also we did programs here in Kentucky, in Pennsylvania, Tennessee, in other areas in the prisons. I've spent so much time with hardcore criminals. doing these programs.
Mm-hmm.
What I saw was, this is their way of racing,
Ha.
breaking speed limits. Your way of doing it is you went to the track. If you did the same thing on the street, you would be in the prison.
Yes.
So, they didn't get sponsored, they didn't get a car, they didn't get a machine, they didn't get a situation in their life where they could create a race is a controlled situation to commit crime. As far as a local trooper is concerned, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a controlled atmosphere where it's made reasonably safe for everybody. The risk is only for those who have that madness in them.
Mm.
But if you do it on the street, the risk is for everybody, so it becomes a crime.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same thing. If you have a high-powered car on the street and you race, when I first came to United States, I thought, what is the problem? Because I'm never going to drive in such a way it's going to be dangerous for somebody else. But if I'm not on the edge of danger, I can't live, okay? So I'm like hitting it really full throttle and people are saying, Sadhguru, Sadhguru, you should not drive like this in America. It's not like India, you can drive at your own speed.
People in India do drive crazy, so fast,
Yes.
so fast. I was
I
even
drive
scared.
much faster in India than I do in America.
Wow.
So first couple of visits I made, I'm driving, I said, what's the problem? There's power in the engine and the road is wide open, what is it? He said, no, you can't do this, they'll handcuff you, they'll do this. I said, why? Then I don't listen to what others say, I just observe, then I see a 80-year-old woman is driving a school bus and going. If I go whoosh, she may go fall off somewhere, all right? So then I
Mm-hmm.
understood the speed limits.
Mm-hmm.